Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Gracie's Gamut. Today we are doing a timeless general reading. Not a personal read, take what's for you, leave the rest. Stick around long enough to find out the difference. Also take this energy from the time you see the video on out for a few weeks here. We're going to start off with the wisdom of the oracle for you guys. A little guidance, see what you need to focus on possibly. Heeding some warnings possibly. Something you might need to, I feel like something you may overlook, so be careful of that. What do we have for Sagittarius at this time? What do they need to know at this time? I feel like there's a shuffle that needs to be made here. What does Sag need to know at this time? Here we go. We have Yang in the reverse. Let me see if we have anything else. Anything else here for Sag? Yep, that's it. Okay, Yang in the reverse. That's a protection message. So let me go straight to the book for you guys. Can be a warning of sorts. It's the number 1. Yang. Essential meanings. The masculine principle of movement and creative activity. The power to make things happen. Taking action. Protection message. Be mindful of the tendency toward impulsive action, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. Think before you act, lest you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't cause for fear, for life is still and all about learning lessons. Practice temperance, diplomacy, and thoughtful consideration before making a move. Yeah, I just said that. Rash decision making possibly, not thinking things through, and end up making the wrong decision. Just be mindful of that. Alright, what do we have for Sag? We have the High Priestess in the reverse. Someone's not going to listen. Someone is not listening to their own inner voice. Someone is ignoring it. I feel like there's a situation, regardless of what it is, some of you, not just someone, I feel like there's more than one of you, in a situation where you're not listening to that inner voice, that inner warning. It's a warning sign. The subconscious sometimes will try to gear us in the right direction, and we don't want to, maybe because a lot of times I get a lot of intuitive things ahead of time, and sometimes I ignore them because I just think, oh, it's just a simple thought, but it's not. That little seed of doubt in something could, or there's things that I'll think for a split second, and if I don't act on it, then I'm like, I know I should have done it. So I'll see something on a table and think that it's going to fall or whatever, and then I'm like, and I walk away, bam, there it goes, because I knew it ahead of time. I feel like this is something someone's going through here. Somebody has a seed of doubt about something, or a thought came through for you that was, or thoughts are coming through for you that are negative about a decision you're about to make, or a move possibly. And I feel like that is your inner voice trying to warn you, and you are going to ignore it, or you are ignoring it. All right, these came out together here. We have 7 of Cups, 10 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Move that down just a little more. And the 4 of Cups. Okay. Let's look at this before we go on. This energy is all together. This is a tale being told. We have the Seven of Cups. This is about a choice that needs to be made, and then you might have, that's where this inner voice might come in here. There's some things that are baggage being taken. Moving to the next town over. Someone may be thinking about a move. Somebody has maybe asked you to go get an apartment with them, or go in half on a house or something to that effect. I feel like moving, but you're taking some baggage. And it feels like this other person or people, if it's more than one person, you're trying to like maybe do something where you're, and it looks really good. I feel like you're like, oh, I'll have more money, we'll be sharing the rent or the whatever. It feels like you thinking, oh, I'm going to have more space, yada, yada, yada. I feel like it's, you have this little doubt because of the way this person is. They might be loud, they might be a partier and you're not, or vice versa. And it looks good on paper. You got to watch those choices, you know, because there's some negative things there and there's some positive looking things. And this card tends to say don't run after the shiny thing, the shiny new thing. I feel like there's, though it looks good, heed that warning, that inner voice that's telling you that this isn't a good move. Because I feel like this could be you taking on some burdens. Like people aren't going to be paying their share. It's going to be a dirty house. I'm looking at this thing right here, like it's tons of clutter. People aren't, you don't know how they actually live, and they're maybe, or maybe you do. Maybe you do think, oh, well, you know, we'll set chores, you know, the way they, you know, I keep saying, you know, you know. Anyway, let me step away from that for a second. You already know how this person is. I feel like there's a tendency to assume that you can change this person, or that a situation will be different with this person, and it's not going to be. So don't know that. And I think in the back of your head, you already know this, but it looks so good it would be so good to have the extra money or the help. This could be about someone moving into your house as well, but it looks more like you going into a new position here, a new place. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This may be about a relationship too. If someone's offering for you to move in with them and solidify the relationship, but there's been some things that have went on that were questionable. Arguments may have happened between the two of you already. I keep going back to this not thinking things through, and not listening to your inner voice that is a warning sign. But you have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Not walking into something on solid ground here, it feels. Not in the air of not focusing. Here we go again. Not focusing on the possible outcomes. You have the Four of Cups. Not paying attention. There's some signs here, and I feel like I'm like, kind of like this is your inner voice here, and you're not listening. You're like, okay, you know, this is the way I'm gonna go, and you're not. You're kind of like, and really that's like a cup of knowledge coming in at you. This may not even be your own little inner voice. It's spirit trying to warn you, or the universe trying to warn you that that's not the right direction to go in. Like I said, it could be about a relationship. Could be about a job as well. Maybe, these came out together. Now putting them together. If this is about a new job possibly, or an opportunity that looks too good to be true, it is. You're going to have way more workload than you think. You are, I feel like if you get, if you get hired on a job that looks all great, the money's good and all that business, and they tell you, oh, this is just like this, and this is all you got to do, you're going to end up having way more responsibility here with this Ten of Wands here than you expected. And I do feel like you're gonna be veered off of the path that you thought you were gonna be on. And so don't overlook warning signs, or the little warnings that we give ourselves, our inner voice here. Okay, this energy came out together. We have the Ace of Swords. This is a yes if somebody asks something. Empress in the reverse. Eight of Wands in the reverse. And the Temperance in the reverse as well. Mm-hmm. It feels like a balance trying to be brought in here. Aces are gifts. Aces are something handed to you that it depends on what you do with it, though. I do feel like this may have something to do with communicating, asking questions. I'm feeling like the speak up. Speak up. If you're in an interview or something, speak up about some things. Ask questions. Don't just take what they say as what's going on here. Same with relationships. I feel like needing to ask questions. You have the power of voice. We all do. It depends on how you use it, what you're doing with it. If you use it towards, investigating, finding out everything that needs to be found out before you make your move, this is what it feels like. If you don't, I feel like this is going to be a non-productive here. It does feel like with the Empress, it's in the upright, it's about being creative, being able to make something out of nothing, possibly. You're just good at that. I feel like you are. Anyway, Sag, but I feel like this is in the reverse because you have some doubts about yourself and what you're... I feel like taking an opportunity that isn't necessarily for you because you feel like, if I don't do this now, then if I don't take this opportunity, and not another one won't come along, but in fact it will. I do feel like you'll be less in a position to work on something or create something that you really have your heart set on. You have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. The Eight of Wands is positive gifts coming through, or things being given, or it is in the reverse. I feel like I think there's an offer that's too good to be true, no matter what. And then you have this Temperance in the reverse here too. See, this is the problem here. I feel like there's going to be a tendency for you guys to rush into something because it kind of looks good and it's the easy way, and you feel like it would end up being less work, so that's the route that you take. And you're very impatient. You're impatient for the progress. It's not coming fast enough here. So you're doing something that takes less energy. I don't want to say being lazy. People get offended. But that's what it feels like. It's like you may have the tendency to lean towards something that doesn't take as much effort, doesn't take as much work to do, but it doesn't give you the end result that you want, because you end up being impatient and you needing to wait. Your good outcome that you want is taking too long to get to you, and you end up impatient, and you may make a decision on something that well, if you waited, you would have had a better outcome out of it. Let's see, is there anything else here This is kind of going either way. This could have to do with relationships as well. Being impatient with someone, it could be something positive if you took your time with it, but this could have to do with all relationships. All your relationships, possibly. Sag, not everybody, obviously, but like, take it as it resonates. Take it as it resonates. If you rush into situations, or you're impatient about stuff, you might have left someone. You may have broke up with someone because they weren't ready to solidify the relationship. I'm feeling like somebody wouldn't be intimate. You may have left someone behind that could have been like the best thing ever for you. They may have been your chance happening with them, may have been a gift. You may have went on some dates with this person, spent time with this person, really like this person, were very attracted to them. This is someone that I feel like you left them behind, and they could have been like the best thing for you, but you were impatient because they weren't opening up to you fast enough, and you may have moved on, which may have been a big mistake, or may be a big mistake if that's what you're thinking about doing. Okay, anything else here for Sag? Nope, that's it. I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck here. I felt the need. We had the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Definitely not thinking things through. Someone not thinking through a situation to the end. Rushing in or out of a situation because and not taking the time to see all of the evidence out before you. And this overshadows whatever's going on here in this read. Okay, we're going to pull some cards for clarity for Sag. This may be if this is about a job, choosing a job, maybe this is the only one that's offered you thus far. Maybe you've waited long, you need the income, you need a job, and you may take, it sounds all great, and you may take the first thing you see if you took the time and weren't impatient about, which is hard when you need money, you know? Sometimes we take the first thing that comes along. I feel like if you wait, or if you would have waited, you would have gotten a better offer, and other offers come in after you already adhere yourself to this situation. All right, what do we have for Sag? What else do they need to know? Can we clarify a little bit here for Sag? Knight of Cups in the reverse. I'm going to put this right here. Yeah, your heart isn't in it. Whatever it is, you're kind of going in it emotionless. I don't think that's the energy that ends up coming out of a situation. If it's about a job, you are not going to like it there. You're not going to be happy with it. It's not going to be something that you're going to stick with or is any long term, because it is not worth the time and effort you feel in the long run. You have a Tower in the reverse. This may result in something crashing down here. This may result, there's a sense of you may keep, even this Tower happens, right? I feel like you it'll happen because you get overstressed about a situation. If it comes to with work, business, whatever, something about your money. I feel like taking the first opportunity that comes along instead of waiting or being patient enough to be able to wait. I know sometimes we just can't, but I feel like it's going to cause a crash and burn, so just be mindful of that. You may end up quitting that job because of stresses that happen. You may just walk off, or you may not ever go back. Just don't go back. It may end like that, so just be mindful of that. I just feel like you won't be happy in it, and it's going to cause a lot more damage than good. All right, what else do we have for Sag at this time? Anything else for Sag? Okay, we have the Three of Wands over here. I am going to look at these cards first. They all jumped out over here. I feel like it has to do with the money. We have Eight of Pentacles. Wow, okay. I'm going to put this here. I feel like it's about your money. You're going to be like work, 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 work. You have the Wheel of the Year. This is about changes. Big changes. You have the High Priestess in the upright. I feel like this will lead you into... there may be no avoiding this, making this wrong decision. Because you're not going to be able to see that that's a wrong decision. I feel like it will enlighten you, though, and it will change the way you see things. It'll make you more aware of that little inner voice. We have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Definitely about the money. I feel like it's definitely, you're going to find out some things. Things become more clear, more evident what. I feel like you will end up leaving this place, and but you'll have wasted your time, and you end up going to another place anyway that you would have had if you would have waited. You have the Four of Wands, movement, leaving the place. This could be about your place of residence as well, though. That's not going to be enough. Somebody's going to rush in and take a job that looks all nice and pretty, and they say that it's such and such amount of money, and you find out that when you get that, after you get that first check, that you're not getting paid as much as they said per hour, and they're like, oh, that's after you've been here for a year. Some shit like that. Excuse me. So just be mindful of that. You have the Star in the reverse. Oh, man. And the Nine of Wands. And then this stepping out here. And this is seeing a better way, a better life coming in here, though. More opportunity. Seeing your opportunity. But I feel like that someone may take a job that they think they're going to make all this money. They think that they're going to have this, that, and the third. You may not, I'm feeling also you may not get paid. You don't realize because they don't tell you. And then you find out after you're working, you're not going to get a check for like 3 weeks. Your first check doesn't come for like 3 weeks because it's a 2-week paycheck, possibly. I'm just saying. It may be a 2-week paycheck. They withhold the first, and then you got to wait. The time that you walk into that door, you're going to have to wait for like 3 weeks, and you are going to possibly lose your place of residence over this. Not have the money anyway that you need. You may get the money afterwards, but it'll already be, you're going to be working hard in order to get to that first check, and then I don't feel like it's going to be the money you think it is. Taxes come out of it. Something else may be pulled out of it as well. Wow, okay. You may end up having to move anyway. Star in reverse, your dream, I'm not saying it's like, oh, my lifelong dream. No, I'm talking like what you looked forward to, what you thought would happen does not happen. I do feel like it's just another notch in the belt for you. This wounded warrior here, this nine of wands here, you just keep getting up and you keep trying, and I feel like you're going to have to go through this, or you have been through this, whatever phase of this you're in, because you are a hard worker. Once you're into a job, you devote yourself and you're a hard worker, but I feel like it's going to be all for naught with this situation here for some of you. Not everybody, but for some of you. And I do feel like in the long run you are going to, you're going to see an opportunity, and it may be an opportunity that was already presented to you in the past, but you took this one first, and then it causes all this havoc here. Yeah, so just be mindful of it. All right, I'm going to pull a few message cards here for you, Sag. Teach. Inspire others and let nature be your greatest teacher. Someone may prefer to be outdoorsy, I feel. You may want to, you may have taken a job where you're stuck indoors all the time. You don't have any time. You're too tired after work to do anything, or to, you know, like things that you want to do, things you like to do. I feel like out in nature, possibly. Anything else here for Sag? That also comes with this not being happy. You have renew. Nature funny. Nature continuously renews itself year after year. That's funny because I did say, I'm going to put this right here, but I did say being out in nature. All right. I'm going to pull. I feel like I need to ask about relationships for you guys. What else does Sag need to know about their love and relationships here? Anything they need to know? Anything more that you can tell them? We have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like missed opportunity of love, something you could have built on. You have the Four of Swords in the reverse. There may have been a breakup. I do feel like this impatience here, with this Temperance in the reverse. It was an impatience for someone to decide that they want to be with you. Maybe you proposed, or they proposed, and I feel like someone, maybe not necessarily, you may have proposed. I don't feel like they proposed necessarily. I feel like everything seemed like it was going good, but they just would not commit. So you became impatient with them, and you may have left the situation. I feel like this person, it was a missed opportunity, and you didn't take the time. I think they were going to talk to you. They were going to come back and be like they wanted to commit, because they missed you and such. But you were impatient. I'm looking at this impatience again. You didn't take long to heal. Four of Swords. This is, you know, I'm not going to say long to heal, but you didn't waste any time getting into a new relationship after. And they saw this, and that's why they didn't come back forward. They meant to say something. There's two of them. Knight of Cups in the reverse again. And this jumped out over here. And the Seven of Swords. Knight of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Swords. It landed over here. That's twice the Knight of Cups in the reverse in this energy over here. And then you got this Seven of Swords as well. I do feel like there's wasted time going on over here. So be very mindful on the choice that you make of what job that you want, what way you're going to go. Someone may have also, we were talking about love over here when I was shuffling, and this landed over here. Someone may have by choosing work over love, you may have devoted all your time to your career, and you let someone go. I feel like you pretty much stole from yourself, is what you did with the Seven of Swords here in the reverse. I feel like you sold yourself short. Is that what I want? No, that's not what I want to say. Sold yourself short. I felt like saying it. Obviously, I want to say it, but I don't know if that is necessarily what I meant. I feel like you may have let someone go because you felt like your career was more important. So just be mindful of that you may have you may find out later on, or you may have found out since then, that you made a mistake. All right, anything else for Sag and their Love and relationships. Here we go. 2 more. Wow. The 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands as well came out together. I feel like it causes a heavy heart here. I feel like there's a lot of remorse over something that has happened. I feel like, I also feel like, though, that if you passed up on a relationship situation because you didn't feel like they were committed, or would have committed, and you moved on, being impatient with them, with the situation. You moved on too soon. You started messing with somebody else. Possibly they saw it. I feel like that this is going to weigh on you. I feel like you're probably going to have a conversation with this person and find out, later on. This may be later on for some of you. I feel like the possibility that this opens up some realities here. This might be a conversation with the sword here. It could be a communication with this person from the past. Situation you gave up on right when they were ready to break, it feels like. But you moved on. You moved on too fast. You ended up getting involved with someone else, possibly. But I feel like a weight of some sort, carrying around some kind of weight about it. But I do feel like there is a second chance. I do feel like with this 9 of Wands here that there is another chance. There is a second chance with this person in this love relationship here. This connection, missed connection, or I feel like there's something more there. There's something that can come about again, or will, if you allow it. All right, Sag, that's it for this read. Please like, share, subscribe. Once again, there's a lot going on here. Have a great week. I'll see you next video.